A commanding presence stands before you and gently but firmly says, "Pause right now." The divine whispers, "Only 10 heartbeats remain before what has been prepared for you begins to slip away." You must open yourself in this moment, beloved soul, before you allow your eyes to move forward. Stop for a second. Inhale deeply. Something holy is forming around you even now, in this precise breath, in this exact instant. The fact that your eyes are moving across these words is not random, not accidental, not meaningless. For a long stretch of time, the heavens have been trying to reach you, sending signals through silence, through feeling, through intuition, and this moment right here is the first time the message has arrived without obstruction, landing directly in your awareness. I ask you to be fully present, to listen beyond the surface, because what is unfolding now carries the power to reshape everything you thought was fixed. God and I have stepped into your timeline at this very second to redirect something dangerous, something concealed, something that was quietly attempting to remove what was always meant to be yours. If you feel a pull you cannot explain, if your breath feels shorter, if your mind has suddenly gone quiet, it is because this intervention is real. You arrived at the edge of time just as heaven permitted. You opened this at the final possible moment, and now the door is open for truth to speak. Before I reveal what was entrusted to me, allow me to ask you something that only your soul can answer with honesty. Have you noticed that recently your days have felt chaotic, like waves crashing without warning, people acting out of character, plans slowing down without explanation, fears appearing suddenly without logic, opportunities dissolving right when they were within reach? None of this was accidental. These moments were signals, alerts, reverberations of a resistance trying to delay your unfolding path. Heaven does not step into a life without purpose, my dear. And when you are told there are only 10 seconds, it means the window is closing faster than you may perceive. If you hesitate now, what carries your name could be handed elsewhere. And you have endured too much, waited too long, and survived too deeply for that to be your story. Now listen carefully to what was revealed to me. Somewhere beyond your immediate awareness, your name has been spoken. Someone has been reaching for what does not belong to them, and heaven could no longer remain silent about your shift, your opening, your long-awaited breakthrough. This is why you were guided here. This is why your inner compass led you to this exact second in time. But before I speak further, remember what you once knew. You were chosen deliberately. You are covered intentionally. From sunrise to darkness, unseen hands watch over you, even when your eyes cannot perceive them. Battles have been fought for you in hidden places, in ways that will only make sense when you stand beyond this world. The reason everything feels so heavy right now is because what is approaching is vast, transformative, and powerful beyond measure. What is coming carries illumination, provision, restoration, and wholeness, the very things your spirit has been whispering for during the nights. When hope felt distant and challenges kept growing, resistance always grows louder just before miracles of this magnitude step into form. This is what was shown to me. Any choice you make now to retreat, to ignore, or to abandon this moment will delay what has already been activated in your favor. This is why the countdown exists. This is why the urgency was given. Your spiritual time is narrowing, precious one, and this is not the moment to falter. Not when you are standing so close. You are not meant to abandon the very gift designed to lift you from your pain. The blessing shaped specifically for your circumstances. Heaven is extending understanding, protection, and a sudden turning point. But it requires your presence. Allow this message to fulfill its purpose. Before moving forward, let these words settle deep within you. What is meant for you is nearer than you imagine, far nearer than opposition wants you to believe. The truth of your blessing resounds louder than the falsehoods spoken to weaken you, to stain your name, to make you question your worth. The darkness that tried to consume you is insignificant compared to the radiance forming ahead of you. Type Amen below as a declaration of alignment, as a sign that you accept this covering, as a statement of faith that light is prevailing. Stay here with me. Do not turn away. Do not let wandering thoughts steal this moment. Every second you remain, every word you allow to enter your spirit, heaven reclaims what was blocked, restores what was closed, and retrieves what was taken. And now I must ask you something crucial, something that determines whether you receive the fullness of this message, or only an echo of it. Before I continue, ensure that you subscribe, because messages like this are delivered only when heaven permits, only when the timing is sacred. Missing even one could mean walking forward unaware while danger draws nearer. As opposition attempts to advance, there is something essential that you are not permitted to forfeit. You are not going to overlook the signals. You are not going to bypass the wonders. You are not going to miss the holy guidance, crafted specifically for you when you choose to remain connected and aligned. So now, settle your focus and listen carefully to what is about to be unveiled. The pressure that was directed toward you spiritually was never meant to destroy you completely. Its purpose was to scatter your attention, to gently pull your awareness away from what the divine had already arranged, just long enough for you to step past your appointed opening without realizing it. But now, Archangel Michael stands directly before you, your name illuminated in radiant light, his blade unsheathed, steady and unshaken. Nothing you do escapes heaven's awareness. Every path you consider is being quietly guarded by divine hands. Beloved soul, something has already begun to shift beyond what your eyes can see simply because you are still present, because you remained, because you did not surrender. Allow me now to share what I have been permitted to speak, and I ask you not just to hear it, but to feel it echo within you. Do you sense your inner being leaning closer to these words, as if something dormant is stirring awake, as if you had been waiting for this message without consciously knowing it? That is because your spirit recognizes truth the moment it arrives. And if a sense of urgency is building inside your chest, trust that feeling completely. This message was not sent to soothe you with hollow comfort or illusions of hope. It was sent to alert you, to ready you, and to guard what belongs to you before it can be taken away permanently. Receive this with full attention, because what I am about to share was settled in the unseen realm only hours ago. Your future was placed before both light and darkness, fully exposed. Your blessings were visible. Your relationships, your security, your financial elevation were all laid bare, and a decision had to be made regarding who would influence the season you are stepping into. This is why earlier today you felt that weight in your chest, that unease without a clear cause, that awareness that something significant was unfolding beyond your understanding. Your thoughts could not interpret it, but your spirit was already aware of the conflict taking place. Listen carefully, dear one, with only a single additional second of doubt, one more pause, one more night of wavering belief. The adversary would have attempted to intercept what God had prepared for you. That is why you were told the time was short. Heaven needed your attention now, not later when it felt easier, not tomorrow when confidence returned, but in this breath, in this consecrated instant. There is a truth I must share with you, and it may feel uncomfortable at first, but it carries freedom within it. Someone within your circle, someone familiar, someone you trust, does not stand fully aligned with your growth. In your presence, they encourage you, speak kindly, and appear supportive. Yet when you are absent, their words shift. They respect your endurance outwardly, but inwardly they prefer you unchanged. Your expansion unsettles them. Your strength intimidates them. Your potential threatens the balance they rely on. Their quiet envy, their unspoken resistance, their subtle interference has been creating friction between you and your breakthroughs. I know acknowledging this can be painful, but heaven cannot repair what you continue to defend, and it cannot restore what you refuse to release. The moment you loosen your grip on what drains your spirit, the instant you stop shielding those who do not truly wish you well, what has been waiting on the edge will surge toward you with speed and force, beyond anything you have known. Listen carefully. This revelation is not meant to frighten you or cause suspicion. It is not designed to stir fear. This is preservation. This is protection. This is the divine stepping between you and a strike intended to halt your becoming. Take a moment now and type, "I'm protected," if you recognize this as divine intervention. If you sense that unseen forces are defending you even when the struggle is hidden from view, know that this act is more than words. It is a spiritual anchor, a declaration of agreement with heaven's authority to guard you, direct you, and carry you forward. But remain here. Keep reading. What follows will influence the direction of your life for the next 48 hours and beyond. The instant you opened this message, a shift occurred beyond the physical world. The pressure that had been closing in around your blessings began to fracture and fall away. Your spirit answered the call just in time, closer than you will ever fully realize. Yet you did not miss it. And that is why I am still allowed to speak. You carry something rare within you, something potent, something deeply valued by heaven. A heart that still believes despite every wound. A resilience that remains unbroken under immense weight. A quiet compassion that acts even when unseen. These qualities have formed a spiritual shield around your life, stronger than any force sent against you. And now heaven is preparing to reveal what comes next. What is moving toward you carries weight, depth, and magnitude. It is not modest, not familiar, not anything you have encountered in past seasons of your life. This incoming blessing is layered, intentional, and powerful, unfolding in 3 movements, each one touching a part of your journey that has endured continuous pressure and opposition. The first movement is renewal. Everything that was removed from your life, every chance that slipped away at the last second, every path that seemed to close without explanation, is being returned by heaven, but not in the condition you remember. It is returning refined, strengthened, and perfectly synchronized, far greater than before, more stable than before, and more aligned with who you truly are than anything you could have orchestrated on your own. The second movement is a divinely arranged encounter. Someone is about to step into your life whose presence will shift everything. This is not a coincidence or a passing connection. This is an individual who carries access to your future. Someone who will unlock doors you were never aware existed. Someone whose words will awaken parts of you that have been dormant, waiting quietly beneath the surface. Their arrival will be precise, perfectly timed, arriving at the moment when your need aligns with their purpose, neither early nor delayed by even a breath. The third movement is heightened spiritual perception. Your inner awareness is about to sharpen beyond what you have known. Your ability to discern will become clear and precise, allowing you to recognize truth without confusion and deception without hesitation. You will sense who is safe to keep close and who must be released. You will feel threats before they appear and recognize blessings before they take visible form. This awakening of spiritual sight is being activated now, even as your eyes move across these words. But listen carefully, beloved soul, to what must be said next. These 3 movements are not distant possibilities. They are already unfolding, already traveling through unseen dimensions toward your physical life, already breaking through barriers that have delayed them for far too long. Yet something remains in their path, and it is not an external force. It resides within. It lives in the areas you have not yet surrendered, in the pain you continue to protect, in the resentment you carry like an unspoken burden. It is the unforgiven wound, the bitterness held tightly, the person whose memory still occupies space where your future is trying to grow. Heaven cannot deliver the new while your hands remain wrapped around the old. What is coming requires space. It needs openness, release, and freedom to fully arrive. Right now, your arms are filled with things that no longer serve your becoming. And this is why God is asking something of you within the next 24 hours. This is not a casual invitation. It is a directive. Release it. Set it down, not for their benefit, but for your own liberation. Forgive, not because the other deserves absolution, but because you deserve the peace that forgiveness unlocks. Let go. Not because what happened was insignificant, but because what lies ahead carries far greater importance than what is behind you. This is the final threshold, the last turning point that opens what heaven has been reserving for you. And the moment you make this decision, the moment you choose release, everything shifts. Before moving forward, there is something crucial you must understand. What follows is the very reason this message reached you today. It is the response to the questions you whispered in prayer. When you believed no one was listening, you were heard. Every quiet plea, every tear held back, every desperate word spoken in the dark was received. And this message carries the answer. Are you prepared to receive it? The breakthrough you have been asking for, the miracle you have been holding faith for, the transformation your heart has been longing for, is not scheduled for a distant future. It is not months away. It is not waiting for another season. It is set to arrive within the next 72 hours. But this will only unfold if you respond to what heaven is asking of you right now. In this precise moment, there is a specific step you must take, a conversation that must occur, a decision that must be made. And deep within, you already know what it is. You felt it the instant you opened this message. That tightening in your chest, that certainty in your core, that quiet inner voice saying, this is it. This is what you have been waiting for. Do not dismiss it. Do not question it. Do not wait for further confirmation. This is the confirmation. This message is the sign you asked for. Heaven does not speak without intention. Divine encounters are not arranged without purpose. You were selected to receive this because you are prepared, because your moment has arrived, because alignment is occurring in your favor right now. But there is a warning you must carry with awareness. Within the next 48 hours, a test will appear, and you must recognize it when it does. Something will surface that tries to pull you back into familiar cycles. Old responses, outdated thinking. A former temptation may reappear in a different form. An old fear may rise using the same tired lies. A familiar voice may attempt to plant doubt once again. This is the final resistance, the last effort to prevent you from stepping fully into what awaits you. Understand this clearly. The test is not designed to defeat you. It exists to confirm you, to show heaven that you are ready to carry what is coming, that you can sustain the weight of the blessing that is about to rest upon your life. So when the moment arrives, and it will, remain steady. Do not panic. Do not retreat into old shelters. Stand firm. Do not allow fear to sit in the seat of authority within you. Remain grounded in what you already recognize as true. Let your voice carry honesty even when deception sounds smoother, louder and more persuasive. Choose trust over anxiety, even when anxiety tries to convince you that it makes more sense. And notice how swiftly the passage opens once you move through the trial without shrinking. Now listen with full awareness, because what follows will reshape how you move through the coming days. Every individual who crosses your path within the next 72 hours has a purpose tied to your unfolding. Some arrive as carriers of messages meant to awaken you. Some appear as diversions, attempting to draw your attention away from what matters. Some come as mirrors, testing whether your inner shift is real. And others arrive quietly as gifts, hidden inside ordinary exchanges. You are not required to decode everything with your mind. Your role is to remain conscious, observant, receptive, allowing the inner vision awakening within you to distinguish what each encounter represents. Notice how your body responds when someone steps into your presence. Notice the tone beneath their words and also the silence between them. Observe the repeating patterns, the meaningful coincidences, the moments that seem small but carry unexpected weight. Because right now the divine is communicating through all of it, through faces, through timing, through circumstances unfolding in ways too precise to dismiss. If you remain attentive, if you keep your inner senses open, you will begin to see confirmation everywhere. Subtle signatures placed throughout your life, evidence that something far greater than your own effort is guiding your steps. This recognition is how you will know you are aligned. This is how you will understand that what is forming is not wishful thinking, but something tangible taking shape now. Beloved soul, there is something I must say that may feel uncomfortable, yet it is essential for where you are headed next. There is someone currently present in your life who cannot walk with you into the next chapter. You already know who this is. You have felt it lingering within you for a long time. That quiet unease that surfaces whenever you interact with them. That subtle awareness that something feels misaligned, even if you cannot put it into words. Heaven is making this unmistakably clear now. This connection must be released for what is arriving to fully enter. I know this may feel severe. I know it may even feel impossible, depending on the bond involved. But you are not being asked to act with cruelty. You are being invited into wisdom. This is about safeguarding what is forming within you and creating space for those who truly resonate with your purpose. Some connections are meant for a chapter, not the entire story. When their season ends, holding on transforms them into weight, slowing your forward movement. And right now, you are being granted permission to release without guilt, without explanations, without needing approval from anyone else. Trust the guidance rising within you. Trust that heaven sees what is hidden from your view, understands what you cannot yet grasp, and is gently leading you away from what would eventually wound you, even if it feels familiar or safe in this moment. The coming 72 hours hold great significance. They mark a turning point, a pivot upon which much depends. How you respond to what is being revealed now will influence which paths open and which remain closed. You have been given perception, awareness, and a heart capable of distinguishing truth from illusion. Do not doubt what you are sensing. Do not reason yourself out of what your inner knowing has already confirmed. The divine is rearranging pieces beyond your sight, aligning events in ways that will astonish you when you look back and recognize how precise it all was. You are being asked to trust the unfolding, even when logic falters. Even when it asks you to step away from what feels comfortable. Know this, what is meant for you already bears your name. It was crafted specifically for your journey, and nothing can remove it from you unless you choose to step away. But participation is required. Courage is required. Release what must be released. Extend forgiveness where it is needed. Move forward even when the road ahead is not fully visible. You are not alone. Protection surrounds you. Strength stands watch over your life, and illumination continues to prevail, even when shadows attempt to persuade you otherwise. Write amen if this resonates within you, if you feel the internal shift taking place, if you are ready to step into all that has been prepared for you. This sense of urgency is not meant to overwhelm you. It exists to awaken your awareness, to remind you that sacred timing has windows that do not remain open forever. Yet you are here. You stayed, you listened, and that reveals everything about what is unfolding next. What you have been waiting for is not distant. It is present, forming now as you align yourself with the greater design. Take a slow breath. Let these words settle deep within you, and ready yourself for the most remarkable 72 hours you have ever known. Because transformation is already in motion. You were made for this moment.